Florida now ranks second as the second worst in the nation when it comes to home foreclosures. But there are signs that the worst may be over. Joining us this morning to talk about the crisis is Shari Olefson. She's a real estate attorney and an author of the book called Foreclosure Nation. Good morning, Shari.
Hi, Todd. How you doing?
Very well, thank you. Although this crisis, the foreclosures still seem to be very high, they are starting to hold steady when it comes to these foreclosures in Florida. Is it safe to say now that the worst is over?
Well, you know, Todd, the Realty Track foreclosure statistics came out last week, and the news for the United States is good. The news for us here in South Florida, not so much so. Here's what's going on. When the crisis first started, we saw foreclosures going up very, very, very quickly. Then, a few months later, the foreclosure rate started slowing down a little bit. Well, last month, the foreclosure rate for the United States, this is, actually dropped by 1%. But that doesn't mean that the volume that was already there has disappeared. So we still have a volume, 360,000 people in the United States, in fact, last month, who are losing their homes. Now, in Florida, we have not seen the foreclosure volume going down like that. So it looks like things might still get worse here.
Well, that leads me to my next question. Then the government has a $50 billion mortgage relief program. Are there any indicators of the number of people that are being helped, especially here in Florida?
Absolutely. Now, just to refresh viewers' memory, Making Homes Affordable started about 5 months ago, and we all know that it started off on a very slow go. But the administration has been fine-tuning it to fix some of the problems as we've come along, and now the numbers are 48 banks participating, 571,000 people have been offered some kind of modification, and 360 people are actually now participating in the 3-month trial modifications that they have to do before they get a full modification. But let's remember, one of the things the administration has done, and this is a matter of semantics, is when this program was first introduced, they were telling us that it was going to save 9 million people, 9 million homes. Now, what's been done is the goal has been readjusted, and now the goal is to save 500,000 homes by November 1st. So the definition of working and success has been changed.
Well, we're running out of time, Shari. I want to ask you this, though. The banks initially seemed unwilling to really work with people as far as modifying their mortgages. That's changed now. They are working with people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's a lot of things, a lot of reasons, not the least of which is this public scorecard that's been created. Remember, a couple months ago, everyone became public knowledge how long the banks were taking to respond to calls, how many times they were losing documents, and the banks started getting rated based on that. So in the court of public opinion, they were losing, and they've really gotten on board.
Shari, thank you so much for coming in. Always great information. If you want to find out more about the foreclosure crisis or how to get a copy of her book, Foreclosure Nation, you can go to our website at justnews.com. Thank you, Shari.